I like the graphics. Everything's good.
Yo,
Everything
what is
good.
up, everybody? It's Ep.4 and Scomotv. We are
I
coming
like
in
it.
hot. We're gonna get a little
The
sticky with
graphics are
him.
good. The
Appreciate it.
graphics are good. I like it. I like the getting sticky. The logo. Look, everything looks good. It looks clean. I like it.
A lot of work. I was up a lot of nights working on that.
I like that. Looks good. Looks good.
But we are gonna let you introduce yourself. They know who I am. They may know who you are, but we're gonna let you
We are
introduce
back.
yourself and let
What's
you
up,
rip
boys?
it.
I'm Scomo. Most of you guys should know me, already know me. I see most of you guys already in the chat, but I wanted to help out Smee here. He hit me up, and I love doing the podcasts. And anytime anyone wants to like hit me up and just talk, I've been wanting to do one myself. So I feel like anytime that I can sit down and see how other people do it, learn how everyone's doing ideas. It just helps more concepts of things I want to do. And I've known Smee now for probably what, a year, two, almost.
Oh, it's almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years now.
Yeah, I started
And
watching back on YouTube.
yeah, used to watch back all the time on the channel. And just like most people, I mean, people really get into it. And if you have the personality, if you have the passion for it, you watch it enough, you kind of want to do it for yourself too. So Smee started doing it for himself, and he's been going well at it. And now he had this little show and an idea, and he had good concepts. And it's like what I tell everyone, man. It's not about how big you are or how small you are or whatever. I mean, of course, obviously I would love PewDiePie or Laserbeam or Cash or any of those guys to like hit me up and be like, yo, you want to do a video? Like, that'd be awesome. But it's more about like people being consistent. If you have the passion, if you have the daily content, if I know you're putting in the work and your time, and it's not just about like me kicking you off or something about that, like I know you do this every day with I'm going to say yes or no, then more than likely I'm going to say yes. Like if I'm seeing you out there working and doing stuff, then that's what I like doing. So wanted to see what the show is about. Appreciate you inviting me on. Logo and everything looks great. I'm excited. It's fun.
Yeah, this is it's pretty big for me. Like I said, you said it already. Like you pretty much got me into it. I watched you on YouTube. Oh my God, it's been forever ago now. I mean, I've been doing this for over 2 years now already. Like time flies when you're doing this stuff because you're constantly doing something.
It does.
Constantly doing something. Like, a lot of people behind us like, watching this, I don't think they really get what goes into a lot of this. And I didn't get what went into it. And like after I'm watching, man, this is dude just putting up content after content after content. And I'm like I could do this. And I didn't realize what went into it. And then I got into it and I'm like, fuck. And then my wife's trying to beat me up. Like she's hating me because I'm spending so much time doing it. But
there's a lot. There's people, and I don't even work as much as some people do. Like some people, like I mean, you look at CC. He does a ton of content, and then he works another job. You look at people like Zert that freaking puts out, I don't even know, like sometimes like 4 or 5 videos every single day. You have some people that just stream like just 12 hours a day. I could not.
That's definitely
do
me.
that. There's just no way I could do that. But like the thing is with me, like I've been doing this like 10 years. Like I don't even know how long have I been doing this. Like I can't even remember. I started like in Madden 12. I guess how long ago was that? Like
12. I mean, you're on 19 now, so you're looking.
Yeah, it's been a long time that I've been doing this, and like the biggest thing that I've learned and seen is like there's so many people that they get burned out, and they start at 3 videos, the 2 videos, the 5 videos, and I mean all that stuff is great, but like I gotta just be able to stay at a place, and you got to be able to find what's good for you and your grind. And like some days I like doing 2 or 3 videos when there's great videos and good stuff, and I'm all pumped up to do those videos. But like right now, I got 2 YouTube channels and my Twitch channel. So it's just like being able to balance everything, going back and forth on the 2 games, which helps me. I don't get burned out on one game, you know. Then I go back to Madden. I'm like extremely excited. It's not fake. I'm like ready to make a good video. I'm excited to play about MLB, and like everything's just better. Like I find everyone just got to find what's good for you. And I mean, if some of those people can just be like, man, I can just sit down and I can grind 5 videos a day. I can do one at like 8, then I can eat. I can do another one at like 11, then I can like eat. And like some people, that's the way they do it. I'm like, bro, I gotta like chill. I gotta go to the gym. Like I gotta like relax for a second. Like, but just everyone's about their grind differently. But if you can grind, then that's really all it comes down to, is like being consistent. No one says how much you need to be consistent. No one says you must post 3 videos a day. Everyone just says be consistent. So no matter what you do, just do that consistently.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a big part of me, is like I don't have a problem. Like I'll load this thing up and I'll rock. Like especially like if I get like a big raid, my mind just automatically flips that switch to like I need to retain, I need to build, need to build, and like I'll stay on. I don't care how long it is. It's whatever it takes. If that thing trickles down, and I see like a 20 to 10 people left, then I know I exhausted myself, and I put everything into retaining people and seeing those people come back. And that's the way I look at it. And I mean, starting where I'm starting from, that's what you kind of have to do. I feel is you got to, if you get that shot with that many people, you got to take it and run with it. I always look at it. I always look at it as you have a 3-second interval to hold that person.
Whatever opportunity you get, you just got to run with it, man.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
that's all it is. Like my first stream, and I mean, I've told the story a few times. Like it was the holiday season of Madden Ultimate Team, and they gave away a mid-season award-winning Calvin Johnson. You had to like tweet a picture of like what you got for Christmas or something like that.
I remember that.
And I took the picture of Madden, and I took the game of Madden and put it with my Pitbull that I had at the time, Bam Bam. And I took the picture and I was like, you know, this is what we got for Christmas. And everyone liked the tweet, and they picked me to, I think it was just they showed the card, but it was the best card at the time. Like you got to pick whatever card you wanted, and like that was the card that I picked. But I had the other Calvin. I had the old one, and everyone was so hyped that I won the card, and everyone wanted to see it because it was like super rare at the time. So I was like, screw it. I'll go live. I'll give away the other one, and we'll play a game. And I went live, and like, I don't even know. I think it was like 50 people, but I just felt like it was like 5 million. Right. Like it could have been 5 people, but I felt like still like at this point, like it was 5 million people in there. And like the next day I just streamed again, and then just streamed again, and then just streamed again. And then the whole thing about just the morning content, I had like the Sunday fun day, I had scoming around and all this different stuff that I did like back in the day. And like, that was just learning how to do it. Like so many different things have I tried and failed and done this and done that and done this and done that, be able to figure out like what the path is that actually works. And like, that's really what it's about.
It definitely is. Like, I mean, from where I started, I started out with Fortnite and Madden. That was my games. But Fortnite, I'm not gonna lie, Fortnite was bread and butter for me at one point in time. Like, but the only thing what I learned from doing that was that kids weren't loyal. There was no loyalty in these kids if I wasn't playing the game with them.
I mean, if you don't play the game they want to see, a lot of people are going to jump away. If you don't play with them, they're going to jump away. But I mean,
it was bad. Like it like my numbers were so good, and then it just like deteriorated because I stopped playing so many games with them because I couldn't take little kids, man. I could I love kids. I have my own kids. I have 3 myself, and it was just like I get in and like these kids would just be screaming. I'm just like, dude, I can't do that. And like everybody was like, dude, how do you do it? How do you handle that? How do you stay calm, collective, and just play the game? Dude, I got 3 kids myself. I got a 4-year-old now. I got a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. Like,
I'll give you practice.
It definitely teaches you how to do it. Teaches you how to like zone out and do all that stuff.
But right.
One of the questions I really want to dig into is there. You got a bunch of Nazis against you in your new house, dude? Like with the internet or what?
Bro, like I've just had like a bunch of bad luck. I mean, I guess the problem is the way that I guess the land and the grass is, they're bringing the big trencher in to like trench the fiber. They're not doing it with like hand. There's not like a guy in a little shovel. Like they got a machine and they're like trenching that thing. Like it's a gas powered machine. It's loud as hell. It feels like it's shaking my house when they're doing it. But like it's just not getting deep enough. Like they're only getting that thing probably in some spots it gets like down to like 3-4 inches, 5 inches. But there's some spots that it's only like 2 inches. So like once again, like I just got the aerating thing, which aerating only goes
an inch,
2.5 inches in some spots because they know most people are gonna get it like anywhere between 3 and 6 inches your stuff. So like they just hit that again, which just like sucked because I was just trying to from the previous trench and then all messing up over there. I was just trying to fix my grass and like move it in, but now I got to do it all again. I was like, damn it.
I was just wondering because I mean, you had the neighbor. The neighbor comes out, cuts it.
Yeah, the neighbor got pissed because the whole thing because that was once again the trenching once again that caused the problem because AT&T trenched my line the first time and cut his line when they trenched my line. So he had no idea that it was actually AT&T. So he just thought I was the idiot out there, you know, trenching the line, and he just thought I cut his line. So he's like, "Man, fuck this guy, cut it." You know?
I get a kick out of it because I was like, "Man, he just got this thing fixed," and then he gets it aerated and they cut it again. And I was like, they just don't. I think there's somebody that's on Twitch that doesn't like ScoMo.
Exactly.
They don't want you live.
Yeah, there's people like Nick Tank. You got to watch out for people like him. And there's another Kevin out there, Kevin Mick. You got to watch out. Like I know some of these people. Like I see some of you guys.
So the one question I got. I'm gonna ask it. They want to know why. You get so much heat from the Madden community and the MLB community.
I think I get a lot of heat because I say a lot of like YouTubers and like this is not a knock on anyone like at all, but like pretty much everyone. And like you see it, the bigger people get, the less interaction. That's why you see very rarely any very large people that are successful. They all hide. They have to protect everything that they're earning, and you can't blame anyone. They got brands, they got companies, they got everything that they're looking at. So they literally cannot ever respond to anyone. So they just like never choose to respond or interact with anyone. My problem, but my thing that has also helped me grow is that I do interact with everyone. And I mean, the people that have known me for 10 years will tell you, like, if you are on my side, like, I'm 100% on your side. Like, there's some people that I love out in this community that have become my best friends. I've been a best man of someone's wedding, you know, like, there's been like some crazy things that I've done, you know, because of this community. But at the same time, when I see something that I don't like, and it's not just Twitter or internet, like it's just been the way that I've been my whole life. Like I got in trouble in school. I got in fights a lot. Like I just say shit like when people shouldn't say shit, you know? And like sometimes I'm not saying I'm always right. I've known I've said shit and like, nah, that probably wasn't right. But like that's just I'm opinionated. I say what's on my mind. And like, I am like who I am. And I mean, I've tried to calm down the older I've gotten and yeah, the bigger that I've gotten and, you know, because that is going to help lead to more success. But like, at the same time, like, I'm not scared to tell some idiot like, yo, you're a dumbass. Like what you're saying is like completely wrong and makes no sense like at all. But like, you know, and like if some people just don't know me, you know, people talk about other people and like the impression of someone just goes so far. Like there's so many people that just have such a false impression out of me, you know, but like I take that as just saying like, it sounds so weird to like say it sound like this, but like to a point that there's so many people that know my name that either have a positive or good vibe. It doesn't matter what you think about me. It's helped me basically survive. Like I've been able to turn this into a career no matter if you don't like me or do like me, because the bottom line, what I'm doing enough is there is enough people to support me and what I'm saying and what I believe and how I act, that it's good enough. You know, if enough people, like, there's been times when CC is like, yo, like, nah, nah. And like, I've told him like plenty of times, like, yo, like, you just call me. Like, if I'm like, nah, like, shouldn't be doing that.
Nah,
Yeah, like, you know, I've tried to like calm down. I definitely have calmed down, but like, that's just like what it is. Like, I try to be calm with everyone, and I will be 100% like with someone, but like, people come at me, people say stupid shit, and like, I say stuff back. Like, most people don't. I just do, I guess.
I think
So,
that's
I mean, people,
that,
I'm opinionated, so people have opinions about me, and I can't blame someone if I'm gonna be so opinionated about stuff. And I'm very passionate, and like, people are like, oh, he always hates stuff. I like, if you know me and actually know me, like, bro, I get so hyped. I love doing everything. Like, I get so excited about the littlest fucking thing, like, every day. But at the same time, like, I'm gonna like nitpick the little things too. But like, so many people just want to concentrate of like, oh, you know, he's complaining again, he's this. But like, if you actually want to take the time and look at the content, like, you'll see, like, it's just, I'm going to give you exactly what I think. If I really love something, I'm going to be excited about it. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you it's stupid. That's just pretty much it.
I think really that's what drew me into you, is you being like real like that and interacting on Twitter, interacted across all your platforms. That's what really drew me to you, is because I'm exactly like that. Like, I think that's what made me grow, is being as real as I am with it. Like, if I'm like you, if I feel it's something fucking dumb, I'm like, dude, that's stupid as fuck. What are you thinking, dude? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, like, no, like, people come in here all the time, and that's what they tell me all the time. Like, dude, you're so real and you're raw with it. Like, that's me. Like, my wife always against it. My wife hates it. Hates it.
Right.
She's been yelling at me for 12 years now about this. She's like, you don't have a filter. You don't care. I said, you're exactly right. I don't have a filter. I don't care. Like, anybody is going, they're going to, however you look at it in life, no matter what you do, somebody will always have an opinion on you. And that's why I don't care. You have a choice that you can either love me, you can hate me, or do whatever with me. Like,
right.
I don't care. Like, and that's just how it's going to be. Like, and I think that's what makes the content fun, when we're like that. Because most of these people that you see, a lot of people making content, they're trying to do something somebody else is doing, or trying to find their way, but they're still repeating something that's already been done.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, there's plenty of people. Like, you can look at plenty of people in the sports world, sports commentators, that literally all they do is argue, and like, they've made their living after everyone thinking they're a complete idiot. You know, you can look at like YouTubers, like, look at Keem. Like, Keem doesn't matter. Like, you could still have like 30 followers and like say something stupid. Like, Keem's gonna like quote tweet you and like literally call you a dumbass in front of everyone. Like, in front of everyone. Like, he doesn't care if he looks stupid. At the same time, he's gonna make sure you look stupid.
Right.
And
right,
like,
right.
and like, that's like, and I kind of like that, you know what I mean? Honestly, it's not gonna be like lead to the most successful things. I could probably go back to like 4 or 5 moments in, you know, social media and times, and like literally remove those times, and they could have literally then skyrocketed, you know, performance of different things. But like, screw it, you know, like, that's, you know, I'm still good. And like, that's just the bottom line, is like, I have learned what not to do, where my line should be, but still yet be myself, where to a point where like, I don't feel like I'm being fake, or like have to worry about what I'm saying, or like who I'm with or who I'm around, you know, or any of that stuff. And like, once again, no offense to any of my homies or anybody that, you know, but there's literally people that I've gone out with. They're like, yo, like, can we go somewhere where no one's going to see us? You know, can you like, just like, can we pick us up? And like, all right, man, like, we're going to go hang out with one of the Hollywood friends, man. Like, he can't hang out with you guys. So like, we're just going to go hang out with him for a little bit. I'll meet up with you guys later. Like, there's times like that happens. Like, you want to go hang out with your other boy, and like, he's your boy, but like, sometimes like some of these guys are just like so Hollywood sometimes. Like you're just like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's different.
I think one of the other questions was, through everything you've earned money wise through all this, all the friends you met, they want to know what would you choose? Would you choose, like, if you stopped streaming today,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to give one of them up, would you give up all the money you earned, or would you give up the friends? That was a question.
I mean,
Twitter.
I've made some of the best friends that I've ever had, you know, like doing this. So, like, I would probably say easily give up the money because I know the guys that I've been with, they would take care of me like in a second. So, like, that's easy. That's easy.
I thought it was good. I thought it was a good question. Came from that one. That was one of the guys that came from Twitter. Now, I know just recently took some heat in the MLB community.
Oh yeah, all day. MLB community loves me. Yeah.
For a glitch that you didn't even use, didn't even put out, but somehow
I used it. No, fuck that. I used that. I definitely used that. I never denied using it.
But the video never came out on it. So the video never came out, right? Correct?
Right.
But you got the blame for this glitch.
And
everybody went off the hinges. Like,
okay, so like, yeah, like, so
are you the man? Are you that big of the man over there that they're afraid of your glitches?
they hate me. It's very weird because like when I say it and people are on the outside, it sounds weird because like if you actually talk about community members and like those guys like Shelfie, Cougs, like Dimu, like Keely, like there's so many of these guys that I've known for so long, met in real life, done videos with. Like you got to figure like Shelfie's one of the most successful, you know, MLB guys. You know, he did one of his opening series videos with me this year on my new channel. You know, I've had no problem with the content guys because once again, they know I'm not just trying to get a video. I love playing the game and I love making the content. The problem is once again that I don't want to say kids because it's not just kids. There are people that just like certain content and they just focus on one game at all the time. And they just like, I subscribe to you for content A and I just want that every single day, like all day, every day at 3 p.m. I want my dose of you screaming yard doing this. I don't want you playing Madden, or if you're playing Madden, I don't want you screaming yard. You know, like, and that's like kind of what it was. And that's what really drove me to separating the channels because as successful as I was on MLB and as well as those videos were doing for me and as big as I was growing in the MLB, every time I would grow in MLB, it would push down Madden. And then I would come back with Madden and it would push down MLB. And it was literally like this. I have without a doubt in my mind, if I would have just started with second channel, I would have been at like 200,000 already on my Madden, 150,000 or something like that on my Madden. Without a doubt, if I would have just continuously just posted Madden videos and not gone back and forth, not been discouraged because it took forever to get one back and just streamed and stuff like that. If I just separated the channels, kept my Twitch channel like how I had, and literally doing what I'm doing right now, started that 2 years ago, bro, I couldn't, like, it would be way better because right now I'm still primed to jump off now with the Madden 21. I didn't lose anything. We haven't been gaining anything. You know, CC's still killing it, putting out a lot. Zersky's still killing it. There are, you know, K, bunch of those guys. That's what they do every single day. They're still growing. I knew my time at this time was not going to be growing. I knew my time at this was going to be maintain. I wanted to just maintain everything I got going because I wanted to grow MLB. And then I'm going to maintain MLB. And then I'm going to grow rather than going down on one because it was literally killing my channel going back and forth. Now I'm going to be able to maintain and then jumpstart rather than it's just way better. And I think that's what a lot of people had the frustration with. To go back to your question, people hated, oh, you only play MLB for the 4 months and then dip to Madden. Oh, you only play Madden for the 4 months and then dip to MLB. Like, nah, like I just like playing with what was exciting at the time. I wanted to play what everyone can get hyped about, because everyone knows I like going off of your energy. It doesn't matter what content can come out. It really doesn't matter what game we're playing. What's gonna make me be the best content creator, what I feel what everyone watches me for, is excitement. People watch me because they want to get energized. They want to get excited about what you're excited about. You're already excited about this subject, so you want to watch someone be excited, more excited, stupid about the thing that you're already excited about. So that's why I like going with those subjects of what everyone's energized about, and that's what gets me excited. It doesn't matter. I'm excited because like you guys get so hyped, and like that's what I like. And being able to now do it on both channels and be able to come back to Madden if it's been 2 or 3 days, like here's the content, everyone's excited, awesome. Boom. Now we'll go back to MLB, play a game. This is what people are like more playing now, talking, more content's coming out, more daily stuff, more people are excited more often doing that. And as that changes, I just keep on balancing. Some people just want their guy to be diehard MLB all day, every day, or Madden or Fortnite or whatever. I can't do that. I'm just trying to find people that would, like sports, I guess, not just, one or the other.
I agree 100% with that too, because I mean, there's a thing like where when you're looking at, they don't understand. Some people don't understand the whole concept of content creation. Like right now, Madden's dead. Like Madden's dead. There's no promos out. There's nothing going on. All you have is the Madden Bowl, which that's always hot on the weekends. But what do you do at the beginning of the week? You don't have. There's nothing there. So for you to be able to go over and play MLB and love that game, which we like, if people really know who you are, they know you love MLB. They know you love baseball. You're a Dodgers fanatic. Like, I mean, you have jerseys. They've sent you stuff. Like, so you caught the attention of the big people. You know what I mean? Like, that's knowing who you are. There's somebody placing a judgment before knowing who you really are. And I think that's what comes down to it, is they don't understand the whole game, what you're doing. You're making content for both things at one time. Like, that's not easy. And you're successful on both sides of it. You're successful on both sides of it. Like, I wish I could go over there, but I don't get into, like, I love baseball, but I don't get into it like Diamond Dynasty and all that stuff. I don't really play it. I'm more of a, let's go to the road to the show and I'll knock out 8 seasons. Like, I'll play 8 seasons. Like I did it last year. I did well with it. I just, for some reason, didn't go back to it this year because Madden got slow and it's hard. Like you're trying to build, you're trying to grow your stuff. And it's hard to do that when the content is not laying in that game. It's laying in the game that is hot right now, which is baseball.
Right. I mean, even with no season and stuff, and like, I like doing it. I like playing it. I like the gameplay more. It's just really, and people ask me, I like playing MUT and building my team more in MUT and doing the sets and packs and all the different stuff that we get to do. That's Ultimate Team in MUT. I like playing MLB more, different. And it's just two different things. Like, I still enjoy playing Madden, but like, once again, helping me get to a point where I could be more consistent, put out better content, is playing both games, is not getting frustrated to where I literally want to delete Madden and playing Weekend League all the time. I'm not as good as CC. If I could win 20 games, 23 games, 24 games a weekend, I'm sure that would be way more fun than my experience playing the game. But unfortunately, that's not my experience playing the game.
It's not mine either.
So and that's what it comes down to, being a good content creator. There's some people that are just so creative. They come up with awesome series and people love watching them do that series, and it just really grows and it does well. I try to do a bunch of series this year, and I don't want to like hate on the series or say that they did bad, but they just weren't good enough to be able to put in the time and the energy that some of these things took. I did the Road to Glory with spinning the wheel and buying the packs, and it was an expensive series. Like, it cost money, like, to do every episode, a lot of money to buy the packs, do everything, get the specialty packs, get the wheel set up everything, do that thing, and do it all the time. And like, I'll tell you what, if that thing started getting 5,000 views and 10,000 views and 15,000 views and 30,000 views and 50,000 views and 80,000 views and the subs start coming in, then bro, I would have been rolling with the thing. But Unfortunately, when I got to not episode 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, or I got to about 25, and I'm like, I'm like, the views just keep on going down. YouTube gives you a ranking system of where your videos rank. I post that video and it's literally 10, 10th, 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 and it only ranks it 1 through 10 every time, 10 being not good. and I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna do this. So like, I still like posting gameplays. I feel like gameplays are still really good for me. I need to post more gameplays. They do bring in new subs. They do help hit the search bars, but they're not what people watch me for. They're not what they're down for. So I can't do that content. But people will hit me. Oh, hey, all he does is sit on the menus and open packs. Well,
that's what they love about you,
but like I can sit on the menu and just literally not even open the pack sometimes. But like people will just sit here. But like I don't know. Like, what do you want me to do if I go from the menu and into the game? 500 people leave. Like, what am I? No, like
I'm opening up the packs.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. But like I've been doing it long enough to know. Like, bro, I am exactly. LBJ just said I'm the menu master. Like, I literally have gone in streams where I've sat in menus and not done anything for over 30, 40 minutes, literally sat on a menu with over 1,000, maybe even 1,500 people. You go into a game and they're like, bro, Scomo's playing a game. I'm out. And it goes like down to like 700 people. You're like, why did I just lose half the people? Half the people because it's not ready. I'm playing the game for a second. Like they literally would rather just watch me talk and do that stuff. And I mean, if that's what my content is, if that's what my demographic is that's what you are clicking in, then I got to embrace it. Like if that's what it is, then that's what it is. Like I want to try everything. And I'm still not going to stop ever doing gameplays and trying to do series and trying to do a million other things. And I give everything 100%, but also at the same time, like I know when to freaking pull the cord and be like, abort. Nope. This has been bad. Let's go do the good stuff again.
Yeah, I mean that's a big thing too, is know when it is bad and when to pull yourself out of it. And I think that's a big thing. It's like some people will keep banging on things, banging on it and banging. I'm like, look, dude, it's not working. Like, move on to the next thing. Like me myself, like I'm not a gameplay guy. I feel as if you're not one of these Madden pros, nobody wants to see that shit. Like if you're not one of these top tier players that's gonna go in and just wreck somebody's face every time you step on the field, nobody wants to see it.
But Madden has become a competitive gameplay. People want to win weekend league games. People want to get better. So when they're gonna actually take the time to watch a game, and I can't blame someone. Like, bro, if I was you watching this and I was like, should I watch Dubby or should I watch, like, bro, I'm going to be like, yo, like Scome's like off the menus. He's done yelling at shit. Like, all right, I'm going to watch Dubby. Like, it just makes more sense. Like it does. Like, I can't blame that. But then once again, I'm going to use my advantage over Dubby. Like, I love Dubby. Like, Dubby's my buddy. It's not anything to do with that. But like, that's what you got to do. Like, if you want to be successful, if you want to grow, you got to do what people want to watch you do.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
People want to watch them put a helmet on and act like an idiot. Like, bro, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like,
I'm not going to lie. I think that's a Madden thing. I think it's something inside the community because, like, when a game comes out, I tend to, like, get all, like, I played minor league football. I still have my uniform and everything. So I can usually go decked out. I'll put the pants on, we'll put the shoulder pads on and the football helmet on, and we'll rock out. We'll play the game like that. And
I mean, Shelby's been playing his streams with the whole catcher gear on shit, dude. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I don't know how he's sitting in catcher's gear. I can barely sit in
catcher's gear, bro. I mean, I'm dying with the helmet on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm a big boy now since like I've gained a lot of weight. Like gained a lot, way more than me. But like I don't think I can literally sit in catcher's gear. Like football gear is bad enough, but catcher's gear, I don't know, man. Like that's rough. That's the shit people want to see. And I think that goes to being a good content creator is going outside the box and not just sitting there playing on the sticks. Like going outside the box, they can see that everywhere. You have 1,000 people in here watching Madden. If 1,000 people are sitting on the sticks,
right,
doing nothing else, like really, like everybody can do that. Like I'm a person. I want to do something that you're not. I want to do something that the next guy's not. Like that's the point of the show. Like I started the show. Nobody's doing this stuff. Like I'm like, let's go, give it a go, see if I can throw the line out there and get some bigger guys on here. I'm bringing in other content people too that aren't even big because I want to show that there's more to this community than that top guy that just sits there with 30,000.
I mean, it used to be so different, bro. Like when I used to stream, like there was no competitive guys. It was just like a few of us, dude. It was literally like Slump just throwing Hail Marys all fucking day. Slump doing the slump, like, and like that was like streaming on Madden, bro. It was just like me, Slump, like a few other people and stuff. Like it was hilarious. Like Problem would jump on every once in a while, but like until like it really started popping, like, and then once the competitive guys started realizing like the streaming was the move. Then like the whole streaming platform of what people
feel that there's a ton of them now.
Good though. Like it still jumped off like so much. Like never would have thought like, I mean, what Problem hit like 5,000 subscribers?
Yeah, it was
like crazy. That. You know, W's rocking over like 1,500 and stuff. Like it's freaking awesome.
That's how I felt. I felt big this December, like November, December. I felt huge, bro. I was like, I had over 1,200 in here, 1,200 subs. I was sitting here. I'm like, man. I was like, I'm rolling with the big guys right now.
Right?
I mean, even if it's just for these 2 months, like I'm cool. Like
yeah, if you put in the work, it's definitely there. You know, being consistent and everything, like it's fun. And I mean, that's what I tell everyone. Like, that's like, you know, the guys in here too. Like the guys in here and like, you know, my loyals and everything that are always around. Like I stream. You know, I'm consistent about my videos. I tell everyone, like, YouTube is my priority. YouTube pays the bills. YouTube is my brand. YouTube is everything. I did the streaming for a while, and I understand that's good, but, like, that just wasn't how I was going to be able to, like, make this a career and be able enough to be able to live the way I want to live. YouTube was going to be the way that I want to do that. But I like streaming, and once again, when I tell people, like, when it's about being consistent, it doesn't matter if it's 30 minutes, 3 hours, 1 video, 2 videos. Like there have been people that have been subscribed to me for years that come in there every morning because they know 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, that I'm going to be live at 10 a.m., you know? Chilling out, figuring out what it is. And if it's actually good stuff and there's a lot of stuff going on, then yeah, I'm going to be streaming until like until like noon or 1 or something like that. But once again, like I got to get off, and I'm not getting off just because like I'm just going to go be lazy. Soon as I get off, like I'm exporting the video off my PC, uploading it to my Mac, chopping that video, getting the thumbnail ready, uploading it to YouTube, titling it, tagging it, uploading it, making it go on YouTube, eat food, come back, record the next video, get ready to go again. And like, that's what it is. Like, I want to be able to maintain that. So like if I was like, some people are like, oh, 1 more game, 2 more games. I'm like, fuck, if I play 1 more game, am I going to be able to get a video out, or I'm just going to be like dead? And like, that's basically like what it comes down to.
Well, you have a certain time. Like, I mean, I feel this is something I'm kind of learning on YouTube right now. Is like, there's a certain window to put that video out so you know it gets seen, it gets touched. I feel as you put it out at a certain time later in the day, it doesn't see what you want it to see. Like it doesn't get seen like it should, because people are doing whatever they're doing at nighttime. They're not really on YouTube or whatever, so you don't get your views like it should. I don't know if that's just me, but that's how I see it, because I've changed up when I started releasing these videos towards, like, I've released them at nighttime before, and it doesn't get what I think it should, and then I release it during the day, and I had no problem getting the same views or more than when I release at night. The more
you can stay consistent and precise, like the more successful. Like, I wish I can get my YouTube videos down to be like, bro, you're gonna get a video at 1 p.m. if there's Madden from the stream. You're gonna get 6 p.m. MLB. You're gonna get an 8 p.m. Madden. I wish if I could do that. Like, I feel like that would be masterful. Like, once again, these guys that get so big that don't need to be content driven, that don't need to, like, there's some guys that are just like, like MMG like opened up his gifts and like dropped the video like 5 days after like the gifts opened and still got like 500,000 views. Like
Jesus,
what?
Mike.
Like what? Like and like 350,000 people watching like the first 2 hours. You know, like it doesn't matter. Like it's just. But if you can get to that point, then you could just put so much more energy and work into it. Like I want to be able to get that content out. People want to see what it is. People rely on me being one of the guys to show some of the first stuff, you know, talk about the new stuff, rip the new packs, you know, show the new cards, you know, like that's what I like doing. I like new shit. So
I'm the same way. I'm a new person all the time. We did get a question in the chat, and it was pertaining to me. It says, "Do I think your age is a factor in the numbers that he produced?" I don't really think I don't think it's his age, because me and Scomo are similar in age. I don't know if he's older or if I'm older, but I'm almost 30. I'll be 36 in August. But I don't think it really has a factor in it. I think it's what it is, as he's been saying the whole time. It's consistency. It's his energy. He's bringing his A game to the table every time he hits the live button. Every time he puts a video out, it's not a shit video. It's A game. He's sitting there spending time on it, making sure you're getting top tier content. And I think that's where a lot of his success it's where his success comes from. It has nothing to do with age. There's guys. I mean, there's Deekster in the chat now. A guy's older than both me and Scomo, and holds 50, 60 people every time he streams.
I want to say that the age thing doesn't stop you from doing anything. I'm not worried about, you know, even making content at 40. Like, if that's still what I'm excited to do, then like I still think I can do it at 40. But I do feel like my limited market, like once again, you know, certain I've become pretty good friends with Zerk, and I mean he makes great content. Really, no one works as hard as him and puts out as much content as he does. But there's people that like that content is just not for you. Like his age group is not for you. The way he talks, the way he looks, the way he does things is not for you, because it's just a younger perspective. And there's plenty of kids that are out there watching YouTube videos that's their perspective. That's what they like to see. They want to see them. They want to be like, yo, he's only like 5 years older than me, or like he's the same age as me and bought a house. Like, you know, when you're like my age and I buy a house, like you're like, so like,
he should already had that shit.
Like, yeah, like you know, like it's different. You know, like you're 22, you buy a house, you're like, yes. You know, the kid's like, you know, he's 18 and buys his dream car. Like, yeah. You know, I tweet out, I'm going to go buy a car. Like, cool, motherfucker. Like, no one cares. Like, that's like it's a little different. Like with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and I do believe that more younger kids watch YouTube, more younger kids watch Twitch, but at the same time, there are enough people my age, there are enough people younger, and as the years go by, people are going to start getting older. And I mean, I don't feel like I'm going to appeal to like 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds, and I do actually get some people that watch me, especially MLB wise, that do watch me like that. But you know, some people might watch me a little bit when they're 18, watch me a little bit more in the 19, then get a girlfriend when they're 20, then not when they're 21, then they're locked down, chilling in their house by 22 and like got a job, and now they're like, damn, Scom, and like now they're watching Scom all the time. I'm like, that's kind of like my perspective at, you know,
like
my
the
shit,
turnover rate.
You know, like, you know, how things grow. Like there's so many people, like E-Rock tweeted out, like, bro, we've been doing so long, like Jared the other day turned like 18. This kid has literally watched every video, commented on every video, and like literally for 9 years, 8 years, something, like the entire time, like literally every video. Like it's nuts.
I mean, that's gotta feel great though to have somebody like that though. Like to have like, that person.
I remember him commenting, I'm getting my driver's license today. I'm graduating high school today. I'm going to college today. Like, bro, like those are his comments that I remember. You know, now I got some of these kids that used to like clear my binder and they're talking stocks and like what they're making and they're hustling. Like one of my little dudes that like used to clear out my binder was like going to his law job the other day. I'm like, bro, you got a law degree? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, holy shit! Like, congratulations, dude. And like people grow up. Like that's just, you know, what it is. Like it's just different, you know.
Like what Yali was one of those guys that cleared your binder at one point.
Oh yeah.
Just like, and this guy's now he's starting to do content stuff a little bit. I'm just like I look at it too. Like I remember all this because like that's where I met most of these guys was in your YouTube streams, and just to see from where you, I think at one point I think it was when I first started watching. I think you were might have been under 25K. When I first started watching you on YouTube. I remember you hitting 30. I was in that stream. You hit 30K that stream. I remember being there. I was always there. And it's just like to see the growth is awesome because it shows you like you stay with it and you keep putting out and just keep trying. Things are going to happen. I mean, you're at what, 82K now?
That channel was dead for a while too. Like everything goes on their ups and downs. Like my Madden channel was completely dead for a while too when I got real frustrated with it and I just started doing MLB and then like I was just streaming Madden and really not even doing with anything with Madden content on YouTube. That was last year. And like it was just really different because I just couldn't figure out how I wanted to do everything, what people wanted to see me do. And like, I learned how to do my streams. I learned how to edit my streams correctly that people will then watch those streams again. It's still mind blowing to me that I can have a successful stream sometimes in the morning where I look at the numbers. And I'm like, holy cow, we just held like 1,200 consistently. There was like 10,000 viewed. And 2 hours later, I posted to YouTube and it like still gets 20,000 views. I'm like, where are all these people coming from? Like, where does like, sometimes I'm just like blown away still about it, but I've learned what people want to do, what people want to see, and how people want to see it from me. And people are like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should do. And I want to do it. I want to try different stuff. And some of the stuff that people say might be right, but you know, a lot of times that people are like, nah, that ain't it. And right now, I feel like I have a good rhythm going. I feel like I'm in a good spot. I'm good mentally. I'm good. You know, we're in the same spot here. You know, I'm not moving anymore. Wife's got a good job. Like, so like, I'm just hoping Madden next year for Madden 21, we had 100K hopefully for YouTube within the first like month or two and just jump off with that hopefully and see how that goes. And then MLB 21, once we grow this channel, about to be at 10K already within like the first 2 months, which is crazy. I was thinking maybe 10K by the entire year. We're going to be at 10K in 2 months. Maybe be at like 15, 20K by the time MLB 21 drops out. MLB 21 is going to be Xbox and PlayStation. I'm going to have a dedicated channel where it's literally called Scomo MLB. Like you type in MLB, like that shit's going to pop up.
I think it's awesome, man. I really do. Like I'm coming in, like just because, like I said, I've watched you forever now. Feels like, and just seeing you be able to jump over and split your channels and put out the content there, and it just takes off. Like as much as people say that they hate you, I think it's just a bluff. Because there's no way, bro. There's no way.
If I have that many people hate me, then that brings that many people that support me at the same time. And like, once again, like if that's enough to, you know, once again, you know, he asked me in the chat, you know, he says, do you need YouTube to be successful or at Twitch or vice versa? And like, I think I'm just successful because I have enough core people that will support me that I've been able to supply content to, be able to create a community to, that they've been able to grow out of. Like, not only do like, yeah, I might not have 1 million subs, you know, I might not get millions of views every month, but this is not like a cloud thing, but like I know everybody. And that's what I love. Like I love being the network guy. Like my streams, like way back in the day, like scomming around streams, like used to be like Cash Nasty, Laser Beam, Toke Nasty, and like us, like literally just fucking around. Like that was like us. Like literally just like fucking around. Like Laser, I think like still is like subscribed to the channel. Like that's just wild. When like that's just, you know, you have been in the chat, you know, you met other people. There's so many people that I felt that like they watched me, they watched Kevin, they watched this, like, and then they want to do stuff. And like, I don't care if you've become so much more successful and have so many more subs, but it was because you watched my stream or you watched someone else's videos or you used to watch us do this and then you want to do it. Like, bro, that's awesome. Like that's just awesome. So like, that's just, you know, like it's definitely cool being able to build that community. So like being able to have that core group of people that be able to support me enough to be able to try different things. Like all I need is like you guys to be able to support me enough to try something. You guys, the core guys aren't going to help you jump and make millions. The core guys are going to help you enough to like snowball everything. I just need to be like noticed. Like when other people notice what we're doing, then if those people like it, then that's going to bring more success.
Exactly.
And that's really
there. I mean, that's like LB, Chandler. Those guys came from you. Like without you rating me, I don't know those guys. Those guys are locked into your channel. When I start up at 10:30 and you're done, they come over at 12. You know what I mean? And that's you don't like, and that's the thing. It's like I feel a lot of people are like, oh, if I raid somebody, this person could take stuff away from me. No, it's not. It's never going to happen because those people are loyal to you. May they vibe with that next person, yeah. But
because what people don't understand, that's the thing. What people don't understand is, and I was just saying it, but it's not just my community. The LBJs, the Chandlers, the Jareds, the everybody. There's so many of these guys that you can see in all these chats. They are Twitch people. They are gamers. They are people that want to take the time out of the day, pull their phone up. You know, like Gus. Gus is one of my best friends. He watches Twitch nonstop. He watches YouTube videos. He works in an office space to where like he can sometimes be at work, you know, just pop something in, checking out a YouTube stream or a Twitch stream or something like that. He knows everybody about everybody. He's not in anyone's community, you know. He doesn't feel like, oh, you know, like he's, you know, in problems community or something. He's a Twitch guy. He's just a Twitch guy. And what he knows is it pops around. All the people watching right here, these are all Twitch guys. These are people that love Twitch, that love gaming and interacting with streamers that play the games that they love. So if they can find a schedule of like, I got Scomo at 10, then I can like Scomo's type of vibe and people that he deals with also. He goes to sometimes to Smee, then Gutfox, and then there's Dubby and like those guys. And like you'll see those guys and that crew just bounce around everyone. And then there's new people. Like I'll do a video with J-Dub and like there'll be 100 people there and there'll be 20 people who'll be like, hey, Scomo's kind of cool. And then the next time I stream, they'll be like, hey, I came from J-Dub stuff. And then I'll raid J-Dub. And then there's be a few way you are backs all the time now in J-Dub stream. And there are people like, hey, J-Dub actually goes live before Scomo. Like now I got a guy before 10 a.m. And like that's kind of like, you know, like what it's about. Being able to build the community together, be able to do stuff together. You know, that's why, you know, CCI and Kevin and stuff like have made videos and done things together. And like, as much as people want to say like, oh, you're only successful because Kevin gave you video. Like, bro, like Kevin didn't make all my videos. Kevin made like 5 videos with me. You know, like, yeah, did it help? Of course it fucking helped. But like putting in the work also helped too. Like, you know, but like, it's about being that community, you know, having friends, being able to talk to, bounce around, you know, like, I don't like people would rather just watch me and CC literally do anything. I'd be like, hey guys, we're going to paint this fucking wall. They're like, dude, stream it. We want to stream this shit.
But you know, it wouldn't just be painting the wall.
Shit.
You two
like,
fucking idiots would be throwing paint all over each other. It'd be some
like
shit.
People are like, fucking Scomotv and CC are together. Like, do it. Like yeah, it doesn't.
Exactly.
But like, you know, learning the people that like interact and stuff, getting along, you know, letting people know that who have helped me, like I got no problem supporting Gut Fox all the time. Gut Fox raised me. I got no problem supporting W. I've known W for a long time. We've helped each other make money and stuff like that. Like, you help other people make money. And I mean, like, it's so weird to talk about it that way when you're talking about the people that, you know, don't make money this way. But like, that's what it is. Like, this is our lives. We make money. And like, I've tweeted about it. I've said it so many times. Like, and that's one thing that's also helped me be successful. Help me network and get more people. Like, how do I know people? Like, I've helped a lot of people make a lot of money. I've put way bigger deals together for like a lot of my friends that have made way more money than I ever make. But like, that's what I love doing. Like, that's like, I'm really good at doing it. I'm good at talking to people. I know how to negotiate. I know how to work contracts. I know how people are worth, and I know how to talk to those fuckers. So like, when it comes down to like that shit, like, I know how to sell people. Like, I went to PAX with Cash, Shake and Bake, freaking Laser, freaking dude, all these guys, Los and everything before everyone blew up. I walked the floor like I was freaking Jerry Maguire with all of them behind me, literally pitching all of them. Like, it was probably one of the most fun like, I've ever had. Like, they were literally like, bro, help us. And like, I just like went there with everyone. I was like, I got you.
So if you were Jerry, who was your Rod Tidwell, bro?
Dude, it was Cash. What the fuck do you think it was, bro? It was Cash and Laser, like, still like jumping off of everything. Dude, we had everybody though. Like, we literally got a penthouse in Boston, bro. Like, while the other guy, like, it was nuts. Like, we had Q there, I had Cash there, I had Tote there, I had Laser Beam there, I had TD there, dude. It was nuts, dude.
That's a lot of
dude. People want to talk about right clout. Like, bro, if I want to clout, like, I can tell some stories about clout.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's gotta be just awesome, like, feeling to be able to have that around you. Like, honestly, like, truthfully, I mean, inside the community, I feel known, but I still feel like I'm still rolling by myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can go into W. W knows who I am because I put time in his chat, and he's rated me, hosted me, follows me. Like, so he knows who I am. I like, if I go to Problem like, what up's me, and he ain't gonna. That's all I'm probably gonna get from Problem, but because I'm not like, I don't know him like that. You know what I mean? I can come to you. I got that relationship with you. I can go to Kep. I'm starting to build into this where I'm getting these awesome Madden pros interacting with me. Like, we have Henry on next Monday. We have J Wall the Monday after that, and then we have Kep, and we have Noah coming in June. Like, I mean, that's, to me, it's not a little bit. I mean, especially with Noah being. I
mean, it's just life. You know, like, you go out to a party, like, you meet 10 people, you're like, fucking 9 of those people are kind of like, whatever. Like, they're kind of all right, but like, I ain't really like calling them. But like, there might be one dude you'd be like, yo, like, you want to come over? You want to get a beer? You want to chill out or something? Like, come over. I got a cookout next weekend or something like that. Like, that's just the way, you know, it is, you know, especially like being dudes. Like, it's not like a chick. You're just like, she's kind of hot, you know, like, you know, like, it's going to be like a little different. Like, dudes are going to be more picky about like dudes, you know, like it's weird to think about that, but like, trust me, you are way more picky about dudes than you are chicks because like, you're going to like be like picky about who you want to watch.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I felt when I started this. I truthfully did not see you coming on. I was like, he's so busy. But then I was like, he may, because I've been watching him forever. I'm just, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to ask him. Like, I debated for a week asking you. Like, literally debated.
No, I mean, I know, once again, I know you're consistent. And I mean, that's really all it's about. I really don't care about numbers. I like doing this because, once again, like I said at the beginning, I like learning how stuff is done. I like practicing how to have these type of interviews and talks and different stuff like that. Like, once again, I love doing this shit. Like, if there was another thing, if they were like, bro, if you could have like changed anything and everything, like, I would literally have been like like, I tweeted out, like, I want to open up my own management company. Like, if I could have like the few connections and then get a few people and be like, yo, like, you're just gonna give me 15%, but I'm gonna make you a fuck ton of money. I'm gonna get you and like do all that shit together and put everyone together. Like, bro, like, I would be so good at that. And like, that's like, that would be the one thing that I've changed. But like, you know, there's been times where I would rather just pick and choose. Like, there's definitely times where I'm like, yo, I can make you money. It's gonna make me money. We can make money together. Like,
I'm always down for that. I got
and
3
like
kids in the
that's
house
pretty
to pay
much,
for.
and that's pretty much, you know, like where I've been about. And like, I don't mind helping people. I like doing stuff. And I mean, if I know you're consistent, if I know you're putting in the work, if I say yes or no, then I'm probably gonna do it. You know, the people are like, hey man, I'm starting out a channel. Like, you want to do my first video? Like, no. Like, I want to see you work. Like, if I say no, you still doing it? Like that's what I want to know. Like, and like that's.
I definitely would have kept doing it. Like, I would have just moved to the next guy and had to figure it out. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, but like I said, it's. I'm not gonna lie, I'm overwhelmed with it. I'm overwhelmed with like the response of it. Like, I didn't see it taking off. I thought maybe like a year later down the road this happens, and it happened before that. So I don't know if it's the respect coming from the community, or like you said, you're seeing me actually put in the work, and you know I'm real about it, and it's not just about, hey, get Scomo on. I'm gonna get views. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's real deal. Like, this isn't just here. You're not the first person on the show, you know what I mean? So
I mean, that's what it's about also, is like knowing when to ask favors. And like, you know, Cece and I have talked about this all the time. Like, yeah, I just named off all these guys that I know, and I have a ton of people that follow me. I could slide in DMs. I got phone numbers. I could text bitches. I could FaceTime them. Like, yo, like, but like, you got to know your spot. You got to know your place. Like, would it be good for me to call up and like, yo, like, Cash, like, let's do a video. Like, Cash, like, what are we gonna do, man? Like, that's not gonna make any sense. Like, but you gotta like make it make sense. If I had a good idea, you know, and I've passed good ideas along, and like, you know, and like I've definitely passed good video ideas along to different people and stuff. But like, you just gotta know your spot, know your place, you know. If Laser ever came back and was like, yo, I was gonna decide to do a video, like, yo, like, you want to rip some backs? Like, you want to do something stupid? Like, no, all right, cool. Like, all right, cool. Like, no, that's fine. Like, you never gonna make another Madden video again? Like, I've definitely slid in his DMs, like, and we've talked plenty of times. I've talked to him about plenty of things. I'm like, hey, but like, if you ever want to do like a stupid video, like,
I'm down to do a stupid video, just so you know.
Like,
that out there.
Send your 13 million channel like over to mine. Like, I won't be mad. Like, people can people can say all day long you wouldn't be shit if it wasn't Laser Beam. That you can call me fresh too. That's fine. That's fine.
Bro, I'm with you. You gotta go like out here in the world nowadays.
I pack up my little bag like and put me next to Fresh, bro. What's up, Fresh? I'm here too, bro. Cash in. Like,
you have to though.
Bro.
Like, you have to, because there's so many people out here putting out content. Like, you have to take what you can get. You also
gotta like know your place. Like,
yeah, like
I feel gonna like hate on Laser because he doesn't want to know. Like, that's my boy. I've known him before. Like, all this shit, and like, you just gotta know your spot. You know,
I think that's where, like, I think a year ago,
know what you put in time, know what you're doing, and ask the right questions. Like, just because they don't want to say yes or say no, that doesn't mean anything. You know, you just gotta. You know, be at the right place, right time, right situation. You know, you asked me at the right place, right time. I knew you were gonna, you know, be focused and doing it, so I said yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big thing too, because like I think if I would have came at you probably a year ago, I probably would have got the no. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't that no. I mean, you knew who I was. There wasn't a ton of interaction at that time. But I mean, like I said, I can come in your DM, ask you a question, you're gonna answer me now. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna give me tips. You're gonna lead me the right way. Are you gonna do it for me? Fuck no. But you're gonna tell me how to do it, and you're gonna see if I perform off of it, if I'm actually listening. Like, if you're giving me the information I need to be successful, and I don't use it, are you probably gonna give me any more information? No. I mean, it's a simple street. Like, I get where you come from. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to give it. That person has to receive it and use it. If they're not going to, then it's a waste of your time. Then you're not going to do it no more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always paying attention to see how people go about stuff. People are always listening. People are always telling me. And once again, I got friends that pay attention to the community that even more. And like people are coming to me all the time, always saying stuff about everyone, like this person, that person, whatever. And I mean, if someone does right by me and says nice things and everyone's helping out everyone, you don't even have to do anything for me. But as long as we can respect each other, and if I help you out and you have the ability to like maybe help me out or say something or do something, then great. If you ignore that fact or look the other way or say something negative, then I'm pretty much done with you. Like, I don't have like any ifs, ands, or buts or you know, about different stuff, but like there are, I have no problem helping out people, you know, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit down and break down for 3 hours how to do stuff, how to get started, what to do, what equipment to buy, go do all this stuff. Like, if you haven't put in energy yet either, and like, that's the biggest thing. Like, if you're going to ask someone bigger, busier, more important, more on the line, more to do than what you're doing, you better have put in work, time, and energy and have shit to back it up. It's like it goes back to like Shark Tank. Like, no one walks into the fucking Shark Tank like, yo, like shit. Hold on. Yeah, so I got this new thing to show you. It's really cool. Hold on, let me get. I got it in my car. I'll go get it. Like, no, they go in there and they show them their shit and they're like, yo, you want to help me? Like, they give it all out. And they're like, we can do this for you too. And like, that is how you need to go about someone. Like, and you know, if I'm going to go to someone, and it doesn't matter if it's a friend or not a friend, if you go to someone with a business situation or you're going to ask someone for help about a business situation, like, you need their knowledge to help you make money. Like, you unfortunately got to go about it with like, how is that going to help them too? Like, hey, I want your help, but like, I can help you also at the same time. And if that's just knowing that this person's going to continue to support me, if I know that I'm going to support you and then you're going to be able to support me, it doesn't matter if you bring me 3 people or 300 people. Like, I just know you're supporting me. You know, it doesn't matter if you're hosting me with 1 person or 1,000 people. Like, that shit don't matter. Like, are you still there consistently? If I'm saying hi to you and I'm talking to you, are you talking back to me? Are you there every day? Yeah. The people in the chat here will know, and they'll tell you. Like, there's some people, like, I will know you. I will know your names at all times. I know who's there. I know the first people are there in the morning. I know who to say hi to in the morning and all that kind of stuff, because they're there every day. And the more I notice people, the more they're there to support, the more they stand out, the more I want to interact with them. I end up liking the stuff they say, the more I interact with them and that kind of stuff. So like, that's what everything is about. People want to act, and like, that's why, how do you be successful? It literally is the same thing as high school, making friends. Like, if you can make friends and like, you can go to a job and make new friends there, if you can do that kind of stuff, you're going to have more success. If you have a hard time making friends, if you have a hard time interacting with people, if you don't really get along with that many people, it's going to be hard to do this. But if you go out to a party and a lot of people like you, like,
I'm the life.
A lot of parties. Like, I had a lot of fun. Like, I went to a lot of schools. Like, I traveled around a lot. Like, my dad was a college basketball coach. We moved so many times. Like, I learned how to make friends, you know, early. And I mean, I feel like that has been my success, is learn how to like make friends.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing inside here. You have to be able to interact with people and do it easily. I mean, it's, if you could do it easily, it's not even like you're streaming. You're just talking to people. You're talking to your friends. Like, it's what it feels like to me. And I mean, like, like I said, you get those guys that are in every morning. Like, I know there's people I can count on. Like, I don't even have to question it. I know they're there. But what fucks you up is when they're not there and you're like, yo, where are they at? Because you notice it.
I mean, you guys will know. Like, it could be sometimes 200 people in there, and it can be 1,200 people in there. But at the same time, like, sometimes I'm literally having one-on-one conversations with just Snap, and like, Snap's not even typing, but like, I know he's watching. Like, I'm just talking to like LBJ or I'm talking to like, just like someone in there. And like, those are the guys that I'm consistently talking with, like, all the time, like, in my chat. And it doesn't matter how many people are there. Like, when Jared shows up, I'm going to say hi to Jared every time. It doesn't matter what's going on in the game. I could have pulled a golden ticket, and the ticket will come up and Jared would pop up, and I'll be like, oh shit, it's Jared. What up, Jared? We just pulled our first golden ticket. Like, because I've known Jared has been there every single day, every day. And I know he's taking his time out of a day to come by again. Like Chandler said, like him and LBJ were beating who gets there every time. LBJ lives across the freaking planet and still shows up almost every single thing that we do. Like being able to still know those people and do that stuff, like, it might be 5 or 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, but that's really all you need. If you can get those people to show up and like still do your thing, like, bro, I can just interact with those 30 people. I could literally just stream and just shoot the shit with Snap and CC and Gus and a few people and just talk to the few mods in the chat. And it sounds, but when you watch some of these bigger guys, they never talk to the chat. And I mean, it's not about like, ignoring the chat, but it's just about, how do you know 30,000 people? Like, there's no way that I can, like, when there's 1,200 people in there, there's no way for me to like talk to all these people. And it sounds so bad, but like, unfortunately, like, bro, but I want them to see my interaction with the other people. Like, oh, why? Like, oh, he's just interacting with the people that he actually knows, that are here all the time, that are sub, that are supporting. And it's like, if I can show up more, then I get more interaction. The people in the chat start knowing me and all this other stuff. Then the people on Twitch know, like, oh, I go from one Twitch channel to the next Twitch channel. I see more people that I know again. Now I'm noticed not only by the streamer, but the other people that I've just met from dude's other chat. And like, that's kind of, what it's all about. Like, just just snowball it all together.
Yeah, I mean, now, another question I have for you. How fucking pissed off are you at CC for pulling 5 golden tickets?
I mean, I've definitely gotten to a point where I've gotten pissed. And I mean, CC has pulled a lot. I feel like I have pulled. I mean, I've pulled like 20, without exaggeration. It's like I'm
like 25 million, right?
Yeah, I'm almost at 25 million coins pulled. Obviously, the coins go up and down and up and down and up and down. So I can't really tell. It's 100% over 20 million, and it's close to 30. But there's a lot there, and I pulled like a ridiculous amount of bundles. But like at the same time, like, I know I've played the game long enough that it's just straight luck, but like, I've pulled enough at a long time. Like, I feel like the hours like put in, like, for instance, like K, like, you got to know, like, I've known K for a long time. Also, I've talked to K.
He's a guru.
I know how K records videos. He even started letting, so like the last video, he's like, oh, I just got an error for buying points. Do you know how many points you need to buy before it gives you that fucking error? And that was just one account. He switched to a second. He switched to a second. And I'm almost positive that he was on a third during that video at some point. Oof. Just ripping regular packs. Like, you got to pay attention to what he does sometimes. But like, at the same time, like, you got to realize, like, I can't be mad at Capo pulling 2 golden tickets in one video. Dude,
that's
probably
sick, bro. That's probably the first time that's ever happened.
Over $1,000. Like, really? Not a Dom spent $1,000. Dom, I'm calling you out, Dom. Hi, Dom. I love you. no, a real, like, I'm talking like he probably legit spent like $1,200 to make that video. But like, I love K at the same time. Like, he's making more than $1,200 that.
Oh
that
yeah,
video.
easy.
Like, K's killing it. Like, he's getting 300,000-400,000 views.
He's a monster, though. I like watching K. Like, that's, to be able to have that video, like, that's probably one of the rarest videos you'll ever see with like a double
but like, at the same time, he just knows that video is gonna eat for so
long.
Like, that's where it just comes into like the cost analysis of everything. And like, people are like, oh, you rip so many packs. Well, I rip the exact amount of packs I need to rip to be able to still profit, pay my bills, save up money, and do everything else that I want to do. Like, ripping packs makes me money, spending money makes me money. I mean, I wish I could just do no money spent, or play road to the show and have 400,000 people watch me. Like,
you don't want to do a no money spent. It's not fun, bro. It's such a grind. I do a ton of that. I mean, you know that. You've seen me play.
Yeah, I mean, Tinky's doing well with it now too. I mean, there's tough. Definitely some really good ones.
If you can get it,
not iMac. Mike Mac has been doing no money spent all year. I mean, there's definitely ways to like be successful, without spending money. But once again, like, why fight? Why people want to be able to see me and what they tune in to see me for? Like, if I have the ability to spend 200 on a Saturday, but still entertain you guys, make the $200 back and profit, like, why would I not spend the $200? Like, that's just the way I look at it.
It makes sense. It makes all sense. I mean, if you're gonna definitely make money off of it and you're gonna surpass what you spent, you got to do it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's common sense. You think like it's kind of like an EA thing. It's like EA is out here throwing subs in people's chats and throwing this and that. You know what that's gonna do? You're gonna get a couple of them people. They're gonna just jump on and ride the shit out of EA, and this game's not broken. This game's perfect. Game is excellent. They're gonna just keep spitting that out, and that's what EA tends. That's what that's there for. That's a smart ass play by EA. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's a smart freaking move. They're gonna throw free games in your chat. They're gonna throw different stuff in there. What's that gonna do? These people are gonna ride with EA, and they're not gonna talk anything bad about the game. They're not gonna talk anything that's going to mess up anything they have with EA. And that's a golden move.
Right.
If that person's got 200 people and they're watching them and they're just spitting, what do you think those 200 are doing? They're going out and buying the game. Oh, what version do you want? Oh, you should get the ultimate one, the $100 version, so you get these free packs. You know what I mean? Like, golden move. Well played.
I mean, it's just being able to figure out what is going to work. And I mean, that's pretty much all it is.
That's what I say sometimes to my wife. She'll be like, "Why are you trying to rip packs?" I'm like, "Look, dude, they fiend for this stuff.
Yeah,
they fiend for it. Like, that's all they want to see is like, they're like, let me have it. Like, you know what I mean? They want it. They like eat it. Like I watched you. I forget what promo it was. I want to say it was during Thanksgiving. Might have been last year or this year. But you dropped. I watched you spend. I swear, if I felt like you spent $1,000 that night. And I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, these guys are fucking nuts. I think it was you and somebody else. You guys weren't doing a pack war or anything. It was somebody else with you pulling. And I'm just like, these guys are fucking crazy. I said, if I did that, my wife would come out here and street jack me in my jaw. like you had me over here debating. Like, I'm over here, like, do I get punched in the face or do I get in on this and go with Scomo and them and run these packs like this? And put out this fucking content.
No, then that's the thing is, like, as a content creator, people need to understand, like, yeah, if you're just starting off your channel, you're freaking just a college kid and shit. You can't be ripping Ultimate Legend fantasy bundles every weekend, bro. Like, that's just like your $100 for the entire week. Like, what are you doing? like it's just, you gotta know like where your content is. You gotta know like where you are. And I mean, I was older, right? Even when I first started doing this, I was not a kid. I had my own jobs, I had investments, I had ways to make money, and like I've been able to like I've made money for a long time. I'm old. Like, I know how to make money. I've been good at making money. I've been making money since I was a little kid. Like, I've come from a Jewish family raised by my dad that literally taught me how to hustle. Like, bro, like, how much money you make? Like, Dad, I'm 6. Leave me the fuck alone. He's like, you didn't make any money today? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, bro, I'm 6. Chill. And like, so like,
lemonade stand out, boy.
Like, the environment that like I came from. Like, so like, I came from making money. So like, when I stopped doing retail and like I was getting into this, like I had other incomes. I had doing stuff. And the way I thought about it was, I'm investing into doing stuff. And there's plenty of things that I've done that has been an investment into some things. Some things don't turn around and give you instant money back. Like the money that I've spent on graphics and different things, like right now, I've spent over $1,000 on new graphics when all this stuff is going to be coming through with a whole new thing for the stream and all that kind of stuff. I like doing it just because I like doing it. Also because I've saved up money over the different times of what I've earned bringing in. And that's what people don't understand. It doesn't matter how big you get, how successful you get, like you still save up and try to figure out, like, it took me years to get this microphone. If everyone remembered, like I talked about getting a new microphone forever. Like I could have got it, but like you just got to know like when it's your time to put in and when it is your time to like not. Like, bro, like I got to this point, I was like, I can do this. Like this room, like I finally got to a point where it's like, all right, I can do this. Like I feel financially okay to do this. And like if people have the ability to be like, okay, I can invest $10, $20 into my content. I can invest $30 into my content. If I can invest $100 into my content, like what's your budget for your content every month? And like, it doesn't matter if you're just starting off. It doesn't matter if you're 16. If your budget's $2 a month, then your budget's $2 a month. Like you save up that $2 every month and you can get a new emote for your chat in like a few months. And you get a graphics and like, that's what it is. But like, if you can get to a point where like people want to rip packs and do that, like if you have the ability to do that, like you better, when you spend that money on your channel, if it's ripping packs, if it's graphics, if it's promoting yourself, if it's putting out an ad, whatever it is, if it's buying a new game, new equipment, like you better like maximize that like to everything you possibly can. Like when I rip a pack on stream, like I'm ripping it on stream, I'm playing on Twitch, I'm putting it on YouTube, it's eating there, I got the sponsors paying me and all that kind of stuff. So like you got to be able to like understand, like I got to be the ability to do that. So at nights when shit gets wild, they're like, holy shit, they spent $1,000 that night. Like, trust me, I'm thinking, like, I don't care how much we've been drinking or what I've been doing that day. Once again, Jewish. I'm thinking about my money and like I know like all right, like the sponsor is gonna be paying me this, I got that, like I can do this and that with the video. Then I'm also not gonna need coins, so I'm gonna be able to get that many coins so that I can stack my coins, but then I won't have to open up those videos. So then next week and then the next week I won't have to open up packs. I'll just use coins and do coin only packs. Fuck it, yeah, 3 more bundles, boys. Here we go. Like that's pretty much like how it goes. Like you just got to know what you have and what you can do.
So now with like you just got like one of your, I think it would be like your biggest sponsor so far would be Reebok. Like,
I mean, I've had some crazy opportunities. I've gotten some awesome things to do. I mean, Reebok reaching out and like those guys, like I still don't know where it's come from. I mean, LG's reached out to me. I've gotten stuff to do with, you know, MLB, you know, I mean, the Reebok stuff is cool, you know, and I mean, it's great. It's great because, you know, it's great because everyone thinks it's great. Like, that sounds so weird to say, right? You know, like that's the truth. It's great because it looks good. Like shit that looks good might not actually be tangibly good, but it leads to other things that are good. And that's what people need to understand. Reebok didn't like cut me this like huge check. Like I'm not like, oh shit, baby, we going to buy the Ferrari. Reebok, let go. Like nah, like that ain't it sometimes. But like Reebok makes me look good. So now when I want to get the next deal, or this little deal wants to hit me up, instead of asking for X amount of dollars, now I can ask for Y amount of dollars because I did the Reebok deal, right? And Reebok hit me up because I did the LG deal, or maybe because I dealt with MLB, or maybe because I did the Panini thing, or I did the NFL Rookie Premier thing, or I did this thing or that thing. And I've done some crazy shit that's been awesome, right? I've gone to TriStar. I've literally gotten drunk and like hung out with Lawrence Taylor. Like I've done crazy shit. I went to a party that was $10,000 a person and got 10 people in. It was grand. I was like, yo, all my homies are here. Can we come in? Like, yeah, we'll come in. Like we got to do some crazy stuff hosted by some crazy people. Usually the bigger the thing is, the less they pay you. It's like, they know like you lucky to be here. Like you lucky to let you saying that is special. You doing that is special. But once again, that's about your opportunity. Can you take that opportunity of maybe doing something that you're like, oh man, you actually didn't get paid the bag for that? No, but that's just going to earn me the bag later. Like that's just going to look so good later and get me that I'm going to get the bag on. And like, that's what people need to understand.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I'm feeling too. Like I'm in kind of like Manscaped starting to take off. Like they just became the official sponsor of
that's
UFC.
good.
So
just got on Manscaped.
I jumped in early on that one. Like I jumped in early. I was like, look, this is huge. Like there's nobody out here doing this trimmer stuff and all this other stuff. I'm like, I'm jumping on it and I'm gonna push it. And that's what I jumped on.
Oh yeah, RBT now. You got freaking Throne. You got CC. There's another one coming that I don't want to surprise. And like, it's another one. Like, I helped the dude make the deal and stuff. I love doing that shit. Like, there's another Manscaped guy coming too. Like, some of the shit is working big, and like, some of the stuff, like doing that stuff is good. Like
some of them, like, I try to explain to people when they get into this. They're like, they get into some of these chair companies, and they're like, well, if you do this, we'll give you this much money. Like the sponsors I try to stay away from are the ones that are, hey, look, you have to buy this for you to get this. Like
I don't mind buying stuff. Like, and that's the thing, and that's what's different. And I've told to guys, and you've heard me say it. Like, I don't mind buying stuff. I like actually buying stuff because I want to buy shit that I like, that I want to use, and really like it. And then I want you to give me a ton of it free after I bought some.
Yeah, right.
And I want to tell people about it. And like, that's what, because like if I sell out on something, if I'm going to talk about something, I want it to actually be something I like and use.
Yeah.
Like the clothes that I like or whatever it be. Like I wouldn't have done that Reebok stuff if there wasn't literally a pair. If I didn't like any of those shoes, I wouldn't have done it. But the Ziggs shoes were actually pretty cool. They were sponsored. You know, they got JJ Watt, they got Conor McGregor. Now they're going more into gaming. They're trying to change stuff. Yeah, if it was still just like dad Reebok shoes, like, bro, I like shoes. I'm about shoes.
Me and you both.
I ain't having cash. Hit me up like, yo, you like Reebok? No, like cash text me like, yo, Reebok deal, good shit. I'm like, thanks, man.
Well, that's how I am. That's how I am with like my son. He was on. I was looking at. I clicked your link. I got when I was looking around, and he's seen the red ones. He's like, Dad, I want those ones, but I want you to get a pair too. We could have the same shoes. I was like, fuck, I'm stuck. I was like, so I literally bought him a pair and we got the same pair of shoes. Like he was all about it. Like every time the doorbell rings now, I just ordered him today.
You just ordered them here? That's awesome.
Every time he said, my shoes are here. I'm like, buddy, like, no, I just ordered them today. It's going to take a little bit. Yeah. He's so excited about these shoes. Like, cause I'm not like, I'm usually a big Nike guy. When I get shoes, and I've actually leaned away from a lot of Nikes and went into these Brookses. Some of the best shoes I've ever worked out in, ever ran in.
Mm-hmm. And Brooks is really good shoes, yeah.
And so I went to them, and then like I wore the Zigs when they first came out. When they had that little zig pattern of rubber on the bottom, so you didn't bust your ass. And then I was like, I looked at these. I was like, oh shit, they covered the whole bottom up. I was like, these might actually be good. Yeah. I was like, these might actually be good for once. I was like,
yeah, no, I like them. I like them.
I was like, Scome's got the deal. I'm like, I'm just gonna go help Scome out, and that's
awesome. And like, I appreciate you guys. And you said, yeah, like the mask and stuff. I was looking for good mask, and like. Right now, I've been trying to hit up chemical guys, you know, trying to, you know, get a sponsor with them. I'm like, yo, like, you don't have to even pay me. Like, yo, like, just give me free fucking soap for a long time. Like, how much does the soap actually cost them? Like, it probably costs them more to ship me the soap than it actually does make them the soap. Like, just give me all the soap for free. I'll make foam videos, bro. I'll even fucking get some chicks with huge tits. I'll foam them down. Like, what you want? Like, what do you need? Just send me lifetime supply of the shit I like. Because like, once again, if I'm selling out about shit like I really like, that I really think is good, like what's wrong about doing that? Like if I use it all the time, I'm like, this is really good shit. And like you guys have started like know me, and like CC knows me. Like I like my stuff. I like high quality stuff. I'm picky about my stuff, right? Like I like everything. I drink out of the same cup all the time, right? But bro, this is a dope ass cup with a dope ass straw. Like everything, like I like my shit like a certain way.
I think you might have gained a fan from my daughter though with that straw. She's all about the metal straws. She's like,
metal straws,
save the world.
Man. Save the world. And see, I like this metal straws. Most metal straws are straight. This one actually still has the bend in it, you know? No, but it's just, I just try to find good things that I like that I'm going to use all the time, you know, to get, you know, to do that. I mean, obviously, if someone hits me up and was like, yo, you want to try our stuff? We're going to throw you the bag. Like, I'm going to check it out. And there's plenty, like, dude, we get emails all the time. Emails all the time.
I can only imagine. I've looked at your website, and that's another thing is I see a lot of these guys that are getting to get to a certain spot and then they get their own website up and everything like that.
I got to get that better and stuff. And I mean, stuff helps.
I think me personally, I don't know. I mean, me, I look at it and I'm like, damn, dude, this dude did some serious shit because you have a lot of your stuff on there, what you know accomplish. And
I mean, that's what it's got to be. That's like, it's got, and I mean, it sounds so weird and conceited or just, you know, whatever, you know.
Not, you've earned it.
Like, but like, if this is going to be your job and you want someone to click on you, like, unfortunately,
you gotta be conceited.
I want one page where someone can be like, oh shit, he's done NFL Rookie Premiere. He does vlogs across the world. He fucking plays video games. He's met this guy. He's done this. He's done this. He's done that. He's done that. I don't need you knowing about my like daily content opening. No, I need you to know about like the major things that I've done. Yeah. Like I've been doing this for 10 years. I need you to know about the most important thing that I've done every year. This highlight, that highlight, this boom, 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 boom. Does those things appeal to your brand? Cool. Let me in. Like, let's do shit. And like, that's kind of like what it's about. Like, it's just trying to find that one more thing that's just going to get you to the next level. Everything's just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, chipping away to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. You know, I mean, look at Ninja, look at Nick, look at all those guys. Like all those guys, like just like Ninja used to stream with like 200, 300. Then he did Halo and that went well for him. And he used to get a few thousand. Then Halo went straight down. He went nowhere. And it was just chilling, playing PUBG. And then it was just, you know, then boom, then Fortnite, then this, and then it was that. And then he was good. And then it was that. And then it was Drake. And then it was this. And then it was like, holy fuck. You know,
I couldn't wrap my head around what he has accomplished and what he's done for us. I think a lot of people don't understand what he's actually done for us. You know what I mean? Like we're not as big as him, nor will we probably ever be as big as him.
Open up the eyes to everyone else to realize where it's at.
And then people don't realize it. They want to hate on him because he's successful and he does what he does. And that's the thing that I hate the most about it.
All that shit is awesome. You know, like.
Oh, I give him 110. I mean, like even making the move that he made.
You see Nick Merckx, he's like, oh shit, here's my new house. And you're like, oh shit, look at the house, look at this stuff. And it's not like, oh, you're not envying that stuff. Like I look at it like, holy shit, like look at what the potential now is. You don't need to be at the top, right? If you're doing something, you're like, hey, I want to do something. And you're like, okay. And you're like, the best at this does this. You know, if you go and play NFL, the highest paid player gets paid X amount of dollars. The league minimum is Y amount of dollars. Where do you fall in that category, right? You can literally be like the 200th best player in the league. But as the number one guy is getting more money, your check's going up. Like you're getting more money. Like you can literally going down. Maybe you're 250 next year. You're making more money now because everyone else is making more money. The more Madden people, and I've tweeted about it more and more. I've been talking about it. I've been helping out more people. The more Madden deals that come in. Look at how many now people we're getting. G Fuel, we're getting Manscaped, we're getting freaking Reebok, we're getting fucking all these things. Who would have ever thought about G Fuel signing anyone that wasn't a freaking like esport freaking champion?
Right.
You know, like you're not Nate Shot? Like who the you? Jeez, no.
We're not putting your picture on our slate.
Yeah,
exactly. That shit somewhere else.
You know, but like things have changed. Things have dramatically changed to know like where the money, where the time, you know, where actual marketing dollars are good to spend. And like, once again, you guys, I'm pointing to you because the chat's over here, but you're right there. You guys are there like supporting, like with the codes, with doing that stuff, you buying the sneakers and stuff. You buying the sneakers doesn't just help me. But that's what people don't understand. Like you using someone's code doesn't just help me. What if you buy the shoes, you buy the shoes, you with someone else buys the shoes, you buy the shoes, he buys the shoes, he buys the shoes, and Nike's like, oh fuck, we need another Madden guy. Then they sign someone else. That wasn't just because of me. That was because you bought the shoes. Like you supported me enough to them to be like, we need another fucking guy. And like that's all gaming has really come down to, where they got the ninjas, they got the Nate Shots, they got the Nick Mercs, they got the, all those guys. And now it's trickling down to some of the other shit. It doesn't have to just be an esport. It doesn't have to just be the esport teams. It doesn't have to be, some guy that gets 500,000 views the instant and like he sneezes, like, oh shit, he sneezed. He sneezed.
Give him a mask. We could get him a mask.
Yeah.
Keep the sneeze on stream.
There's some people that are like that, that's awesome for that, but that's not everyone. But at the same time, like, you don't need to be Logan Paul. You don't need to be fucking. I just about said it like KSI. Logan Paul. Fucking. You don't need to be Logan Paul. You don't need to be Dorbick. You don't need to be those guys to fucking get deals. Like, of course, I would love fucking SeatGeek to hit me up like, yo, hey, what friend do you want to give a car to today? Like, who have we not given a car yet today? I guess it's your turn. All right, we figured it out. Send the new car. Like, like that ain't, like, it's not there. But at the same time, because he's got the ability to get new cars, then more people got SeatGeek deals. More people got deals, bigger checks. Kevin's got a good SeatGeek deal. There's a lot of other people that got deals. Like all that stuff all trickles down.
Yeah, man, it's definitely huge, and you see it happening.
Guy can get higher, you're gonna get more on the down end, right? If that water just keeps it, like, bro, we can't catch it all. Like he can't.
It's gotta go somewhere. You know what I mean? Like it's
somewhere.
I mean, I think that's huge. Like, and that's why I said, like, I've always been like one of those guys, and I don't know if it's because I was raised by my uncle, which is a military man. But I've always been the guy that was like, look, if I'm going up, I want to bring a bunch of you motherfuckers with me, because I don't want to be surrounded. I don't want to be by myself at the top. I want to be surrounded by a whole bunch of successful people. For the fact, if you're successful, he's successful, we're all successful. And that's just going to trickle in. Hey, look, let's come up with the next successful shit and keep moving up. You know what I mean? Like, and you get more minds. You got more minds than one mind. If you're sitting at the top by yourself, you got to figure this shit out by yourself. I'm cool. We can get it together. We can bag up together and be successful and go live in whatever house we can get. I mean, Nick Merckx, look at his new house. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff is just wild. Like how all these guys, and I mean, I've known LSK for a long time and stuff like that. And like all these guys, like, I've known Cash, like, probably I didn't really know Cash too much when he lived in the trailer. Like I was kind of like watching him and stuff like that. I kind of met him like right when he moved out of the trailer and stuff. I was one of the first people that like literally convinced him to get on a plane. Like I was like, bro, like I could make you money. Like you can be so much more. Like it took me months, nights of phone calls, like talking to him, like, bro, just like you and Ash, come down to Miami. It's gonna be cool. Bro, we don't go nowhere. Bro, like it's gonna be okay. Like he like now travels all over the place. Now like he was just like, bro, we don't fuck with nobody. We don't trust nobody. We don't like we just, and like that's how just like how some people were like back then. Like it was just so different. Like everything, like the idea of like them doing videos, like IRL videos, basketball videos, interviewing, playing with NBA stars, like that just like blew their mind. Like you had to like open up the idea to like do that type of shit. And like the more people start realizing, like I like to toot my horn on this. I was the first person to set Cash up to playing with his first NBA player. I set him to play with Dominique Wilkins and got him to sit down and show Dominique Wilkins how he can dunk with Dominique Wilkins using Dominique Wilkins. And like the next day I got him to meet Dennis Rodman. So like that was like my highlight. I was like, bro, I got Cash down here. We got him to come do this shit. We got everyone out here. I got Dominique Wilkins. We got Dennis Rodman. We got Cash. We got LSK. We got all these fucking guys. They made them their fucking shit. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, this is it. And then once they realized, they're like, holy shit, we can do this? They just took off, bro. They just went on to like, they're like, and that's what successful people do. Like Cash was going to be successful no matter what. He was going to find it no matter what. And like those people, when they like find it, like when you find your, like, bro, they just take off. They just take off. Like he just needed to come out a little bit. Like, and that's what you do when you find something that it just clicks. You're like, that's it. Like you just got to run with that shit. Run with it nonstop.
I mean, like I'd be kind of like mind blown. I mean, I think the biggest person I think we've had on stream so far was Silas Red from USC. I've had him on here. I had him on here. That was I reached out. I just took a shot at it. I'm like, dude, he's an old Redskins fan. He's an old Redskins running back. I was like, I'm a Redskins fan. I'm like, I'm shooting this. I'm just gonna throw it out there. And then he came back. He was like, because I was doing a charity event for the AFSP, and I'm really big into that suicide prevention and awareness and all that stuff. I'm really big into. I lost a friend that way, so I do it every year. I'm getting ready to do another probably 24-hour stream on it here very directly because of May being mental health.
Yeah, Throne just did one too for that.
Dude, he killed it. He killed it. He did. I would love to have that guy on here. I'm trying to get one great user right now. I'm actually trying to get him. I'm trying to get those guys, but getting those guys are a different level. You know what I mean? It's hard. I'm not known like that yet. I mean, some people throughout the community know me, and I think maybe once I get Henry and those guys and they're seeing, they'll be like, okay, well, this guy's legit. He's not gonna fucking bombard us with stupid questions and go at us and try to like ruin our career. I mean, there's people out there that do that shit. And that's
the fun one.
Yeah, but I don't want to ruin nobody's career. Like I don't want to be that guy. That's not me. That is not me. Like I want to jump in with these guys, get to know these guys, and I want them to know me and be like, oh, let's work together, let's do something. You know what I mean? Like let's make some shit happen for everybody. And like, so like I said, I've been working on one great user. It's just hard to get a hold of him. I try to tweet him, hard to get a hold of him because he doesn't have his DMs open. So it's a little harder to get to those guys.
It's hard to get people's attention sometimes without seeming like a weirdo, like needy, like
I threw it out there. Dreeny too. Like Dreeny's another guy. I threw it into his DMs. So I'm hoping when hopefully he'll see it pop off with Henry, and he'll be like, all right, I can respond back to this guy.
Open to it. Like even like you said, like the athletes and stuff. Like the whole thing with like the MLB now, and like they did the player stuff. Like, dude, all these players that stream. The interaction and stuff, like I had a few, like this is also mind blowing. This shows how old I am. I found out that like this dude's been following me since like he's been in freaking high school and college, and now he's like the freaking professional baseball pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. And like I'm like, bro, he's in this league, and I click on him, like he's been following. He's like, I've been following you and CC for years. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? He's like, let's do a video. I'm like, sure. And like he's like, you're a big Dodger fan. He's like, I know Gavin. And then Gavin hits me up, and like I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, this is just wild. Like, but like those guys, you just got to realize, like most of these people are just they're gamers too. Like if they game, if they're interested in it, if they're whatever. Like a lot of those people are just getting more open to doing stuff. Like
I tried to get Darius Geis, he hasn't responded.
Yeah.
Trying.
Some of the stuff,
man. I'm not afraid to reach out no more. Like
you see these guys like all the time. Like Zersky set up some stuff, like playing with some of these guys. CC played with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I've seen
like
that.
Stuff, like I played 2K a few times with Darius Slay this past year, and Snacks and a few of the other guys. Like it's some of the stuff that happens within Twitter. Is just wild. Like it's just wild.
It is. I mean, it's amazing to see these guys. Like these guys. They're not. I feel what you're saying because you see these guys. They're not as like afraid to step into that bubble now. Like before, they weren't touching a DM. Like they're not. They weren't looking at like they're like, who's this guy? Like they're now they. I think it's opened up from like Juju and them playing on the platform and stuff like that.
Social media went like different ways, right? Yeah. So like you got to understand, like making that much money, and especially like NBA, NFL, MLB, and like those guys. For a while, like social media was so new, and like everything was like, oh, this guy's getting rad on social media. This dude slept with him. She's tweeting out pictures. He's doing this. Everything was just like negative publicity with like social media with like different stuff. Like there was people doing good stuff with social media, but most of the good stuff with social media was individualized. Then it started realizing people started collabing and doing that kind of stuff. Like once again, Drake and Ninja and doing like that. Like once they got to like that level of like doing different stuff, like it just opened up so much more stuff. Like being able to do the different things. Like the first few times at these events, like trying to get these players to come over and play video games and meet the YouTubers was so hard. But now you go to these events, the players are ready to meet YouTubers. They're ready to talk to the YouTubers. That's their relaxing. They'd rather do that than go talk to the other idiots that they got to
the media blowing their brain out. Why did you make this tackle? Exactly. Why did you ask for this much money?
Like, yeah, like they'd rather just chill out, and like they're realizing that, some of the situations can be cool and some of the interactions can be good, and you can not ruin your life by interacting with a fan
right.
and maybe playing a video game with them and like not lose your wife or your job or your career or anything. Just have like, hey, I played a video game with a fan the other day. It was cool. Like, all right, cool. You didn't hit the front page of the USA Today? No, I didn't. It was actually really cool. All right, sweet. Like, and that's kind of like what it turned into, more of what it been. So what
do you think has been your biggest accomplishment so far?
Being able to do this for so long. Like, I've done a lot of different things that are cool, but like honestly, just being able to do this as a career, I guess, is like the biggest accomplishment. Like there's individual things that are awesome. The friends that I've made, the different events, the different people, that I've gotten to do, the traveling and stuff like that is awesome. But like being able to, I don't know, buy this house because of doing this shit, being able to like pay for the car that I have, being able to like literally know that like fuck working for like some other dude that's gonna tell me what to do. Like
right. I'm the same way.
And like no offense or anything to like anyone else like at all. Like I hate saying that sometimes, like because like 99% of the other people like have to work for people, but like that's my biggest accomplishment is I was literally okay with about 10 years ago or so saying fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. None of you bitches are cool. I'm out. And like not regretting it, I guess is my biggest accomplishment. Like, yeah.
Now, what do you think is probably the biggest thing you got to do from this platform?
Like
what is the main thing that sticks out to you?
Either the NFL rookie premiere or the big Panini party. I mean, the party that was literally $10,000 a person.
That's insane.
And like you had to have these special tickets and stuff like that. And I got to bring everyone. Like I brought everyone. I even brought my homie that was not a YouTuber. Like I brought Marco, if anyone knows who Marco was. He was like my neighbor at the time that literally just like came along on the trip. But like I was able to bring everyone. And like I brought Cash, LSK, the whole group of people. Kevin was there. I think Laser was there at that one. Shake and Bake was there at that one. TD Presents. I can't even remember. QJB. Mike, Flight Mike. I can't remember, but it was a group of us. And I mean, we literally got to go to a club. It was like a Dylan Francis concert where we got like the VIP at the top and we're like literally above. That was the night Cookie Boy almost died. Cookie Boy went to the hospital. We went to like the Dylan Francis concert and stuff like that. And like we did to this party and it was like, we literally at a club. And it was like, you turn to your left and you're like, oh, that's Lawrence Taylor. And like, hey, that's Allen Iverson. And you're like, oh, that's Reggie Jackson. Oh, that's Sean Kemp. Holy fuck, they're all and like wasn't
blown.
And it wasn't like these other events where you're like they're sitting at a table and everyone's lined up and like everyone's getting autographs. No, it wasn't that. Like you're literally just sitting down and just drinking, having fun. Like I was literally thumb wrestling and taking shots with Lawrence Taylor, and it was awesome. It was awesome. And like the picture that I have is like me, Reggie Jackson, Allen Iverson, freaking Sean Kemp, I think, and LSK is like in the back, like just photobombing the bitch. Like, and it was just like a wild thing, but like it was literally like all of us just like fucking around. Like it was one of those videos, like we were all just laughing. It was like everyone cheating, like like I'm shooting the shit with Allen Iverson. Like that's cool shit. Being able to like grow up, being a New York Giants fan, doing some of this shit you know, some of the things that I've got to do is just awesome. Like the other day, I was in Gavin's stream, right? And Gavin Lux's stream, which is the rookie for the Dodgers, obviously being a huge Cody Bellinger fan, which obviously like Cody Bellinger is like my favorite Dodger now. And like Belly saw my emote, like they were like in there, like Belly was killing people in freaking Warzone. And I dropped the Belly emotes. He's like, "Bro, is that me in your chat?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "He's a big Dodger fan. He made emotes after you." He's like, "Yo, that's cool." I'm like, "Yo, Belly just saw the emotes." Like, right? Those experiences, like that's those are the best things. Like as many of those things you can get, like those are the awesome moments.
That's got to be like that had to have been like freaking mind blowing. Like mine had to have been fucked right there. Like I know I'm a diehard like Allen Iverson fan. Like I've watched him back when he was in Georgetown and all that. Like and Sean Kemp, like those are the people I grew up on. So like if I like I probably would have been stunned. I would have been done. Like I don't know if I could have talked.
There's been some awesome ones. Like being able to do some of the stuff with YouTube, like chilling out, Barry Sanders and like some of those guys, Marshall Falk. I chilled out with a bunch of those guys, like Roger Clemens and some of those guys. Like was wild because like being some of those older guys, obviously, because they were when I was a kid. Exactly. Yeah. You're like, holy shit. Like, even though I'm 30, I'm still like, yo, and they're just like chilling. And you just like realize, like, holy shit. Like, I can just like chill out and like just shoot the shit with these fuckers. Like, I don't have to like be weird. Like, we can just like, yo, we're like, yo, like, we're just chilling. You know, like, it's just cool. Like, being able to like do that kind of stuff. Like, I've done some of the other things where you meet the guys and like, oh, you take a quick picture and stuff. Like, I've met Lonzo Ball, right? That was like 3 seconds. Like I took a picture with him. He was like, yo, and he was like, hey man. And he was like, hey, you know, oh, you do YouTube? Yeah, cool. And like that was it. Like that's not a memorable experience.
Yeah.
You know, going out drinking with Lawrence Taylor, you know, meeting him a few times and then meeting him the next time I met him, like him coming up behind me, him recognizing me and then coming up behind me and grabbing me. You know, and like, hey, what's up? I'm like, holy shit, Lawrence Taylor remembered me and recognized me, and he came up to me.
Your mind got to be blown right there because I know you're a huge LT fan,
right?
But you have a jersey hanging up.
That's like wild to me to like know, like if I like, hey, like Lawrence Taylor's there, I can say like, what's up, and he's gonna be like, yo, like that's cool.
Like hell yeah. Cool. I think well, I've had the coolest one I ever had though is I've gotten lucky because where I live. I've grown up. I live right next to Shady McCoy. Like literally a block away from the dude. My dad literally sells Marcus Colstein's family all their cars. So I have my picture with Marcus. Marcus knows who I am. So I got those guys. I got Jordan Hill that played for the Seattle Seahawks when they won the Super Bowl. He good friends with my dad, so I know those guys personally. Like it's just Danny Lansana. He was a linebacker, played for the Bucks at one time. Like those guys, like I've gotten that, but I think the coolest one that I'll always remember. I was young. I was young cat. That's back when Kajana Carter played, and I got to sit with OJ McDuffie.
Okay.
And I got to just sit there and talk and party, and they were having this big Penn State convention thing at my mom's work. I got to meet all of them, but that was the one I remember nonstop, is because he just sat there and talked to me, and I was a kid. I was young, and it was just mind blowing.
I mean, that's the thing is like all these guys are just still normal guys. And I mean, that's the thing is like one guy to you might be some like crazy superstar, but he's not a crazy superstar to another guy. He's just like a normal guy. And like that's like the biggest thing, like to a lot of things, like some of these situations, some of the times, like you're meeting some of these people. Like I've done the rookie premiere, I guess like 2 times now, the NFL rookie premiere, like as soon as they get drafted. And like, yeah, they, you know, obviously they get the hype and they know they're about to be millionaires and they're signing. They haven't even really signed their money yet and stuff like that. But, you know, it's all the college hype and they're big from college and stuff. But like, I don't even realize how big they are yet, like, or where they're even at, you know. Like, I still remember like that first time, like I met Zeke and like they just made the golden ticket came out for Zeke. And like, I was meeting Zeke that same day. And like that was the pictures where I had like Zeke looking at my shoes and all this stuff. And like that's how you knew like he was just such a kid. Like because I had the Jordans, but I had the Jordans with the special custom laces. The laces were like $5, right? These special laces that you put in extra. They were $5. And like here's a dude that's about to make millions, right? He's like, oh my God, look at his laces. Like that's I'm like, bro. And then like, got the golden ticket, he was like so fired. He went up to like Derrick Henry and all these bitches, like, haha, 99 speed already in mud. Like, it was so funny. Like, it was funny. Like, they're just normal people most of the time. Like, sometimes they're Hollywood as fuck, and like they are like superstars and act like superstars, but most of the time they just act normal. Yeah. Like, I met A-Rod and J-Lo, like they definitely that's about as superstar as you can literally get.
Yeah, I would have been like worried about my eyes wandering a little too much on that one.
No,
cracking you in your face.
Thing was like it was a thing to make A-Rod, but like J-Lo was like it was weird. It was weird. It's like a thing to meet A-Rod, but J-Lo was like the big, like, everyone's like protecting J-Lo, but like A-Rod,
letting him go and J-Lo in the spotlight.
It's so weird. It's like she won't go, like she won't let him go anywhere alone. Like,
hey, I mean, it's. I guess that's what happens when you're in that lifestyle, though. I mean, it's, like it's not like he can walk anywhere he wants, but like, hey, you want to fucking? It's happening. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
So I mean, like living that lifestyle, I guess it has to. I mean, I think she's already experienced that in her life. One of the guys back in the day, cheated on her, which is fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, she's what, 50 years old and still looks like she's fucking 30.
Yeah, and has like a half or something like right? Yeah. Not doing that.
But I'm gonna let you get out of here because it's been a good one. I just let it rock because it was flowing. But
for sure.
I'll let you get out of here, and like I said, I appreciate it. If you want to shout anybody out, you're more than welcome to shout out.
I appreciate the guys in the chat and stuff like that, man. Always supporting stuff, man. Chandler, LBJ, you guys around. I saw everyone in here. Appreciate you guys. Me, man, like I said, man, I appreciate you always supporting stuff. And I mean, that's what I can do. I know you're there as much as you can. Obviously, you're there less now because you have your own shit. You have your own brand. I got no problem with that being there. But when you can, you're there. And like the people that support me and help me out, I'm always down to help you out. So, man, appreciate you having me on. It was definitely a cool setup. I definitely like the Let's Get Sticky. You got a good name. It always starts with a good name. You got a good name. Just roll with it, man. Keep it up. And I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Later on.